This is not just a big book. It is the holy book of Kilian. Unfortunately, there's not much reading you can do, just a little bit on the side. But there's a lot of spraying you can do. And today we're going to compare Angel Share with Angel Share Paradis. I went to the launch of Angel Share Paradis in Milan, so this is not the typical packaging you'll be receiving in case you buy both of these fragrances. Monsieur Kilian said himself at the event that perfume testing, perfume spraying shouldn't be done on paper ever, always on skin. And who am I to disagree with that? I thought I even filmed that moment. I looked for it right before filming this video. I cannot find it. I might have deleted the video by mistake or not, or maybe I just imagined I filmed it. But we're gonna put these two fragrances on my skin side by side. Not that I didn't wear them for so long. I mean, let me show you something. This is my old Angel Share bottle. This is how it looks. It's what, less than half? Yeah. And I've been saving it. I haven't even been wearing it as much as I wanted because this has been precious to me. Now I have a new bottle, so I can go a little bit wild. Angel Share on the left arm and Angel Share Paradis on the right arm. First, this Angel Share the OG. Now this opens with the smell. If you are to close your eyes and just smell this, if you've never smelled it, I'm gonna shortly describe it for you. I know most of you probably did smell this or something similar to it because this is a fragrance that has been duped like crazy, and for a good reason, because it's amazing. This opens with a beautiful apple pie that has been soaked. I mean soaked, not just drizzled. I heard people say drizzled. No. This has been soaked. This has been bathing in alcohol, and by alcohol I mean cognac. For me, Angel Share is the perfect fragrance. Is a fragrance I would not add, tweak, change in any way, because to me this is a 10 out of 10. This is it. You cannot go beyond this. You cannot do better than this when we're talking about this type of DNA. The only two things I would change about this fragrance are the cap, because it's a cheap, okay, I'm not gonna say cheap, but it's a plastic, okay? I would prefer that it's glass, but maybe it's stupid because it could break, right? So maybe I'm in the wrong here. And the other thing I would change about it is the longevity, because it's not a very, very strong fragrance. It's not weak, but it's not extremely strong. I wish this was a little bit stronger. Other than that, perfection. Now let's see, why did we need an extrait? If we had perfection here, was this really needed? I don't want to talk too much about notes. I'm going to put the notes on the screen left and right so we can contemplate them for a little bit. I want to talk about what I can smell in these fragrances and what I cannot smell. So now we already have the beginning of the dry down on both of my arms. And I'm going to tell you from the start that if you hated the fact that this is so spicy and so boozy and so overwhelmingly sweet, for some of you, for those of you who complained, I feel like it's your fault. I loved all of those things. I loved in here. You might be satisfied with Paradis because Paradis loses some of the spiciness, not entirely, some of the booziness, not entirely, and adds almond. So you'll get this like bitter feel to it. You will get that sour raspberry. So that's like one of the main players in this new Paradis version of Angel Share. And you will also get a little bit of a rose. But if you don't know that there is rose in here, let me tell you something. So the tricky part, so if you don't know there's rose in here, and you're smelling this, and you're thinking, what am I smelling? It's almost like a sour cherry dipped in alcohol. It's almost like this sour cherry that has been living in some type of alcohol. Maybe it's cognac, maybe it's something else, but something strong for a very long time. It has lived in there and now it's living in here, and you can smell it together with the other elements, together with the spiciness, with the sweetness. There's not as much sweetness as you find in the OG. There's less sweetness in the Paradis. Throughout the drying down process, if you're very familiar with the Angel Share, the OG, you will smell it in here. It's almost like it picks out, like peekaboo type of thing. It's almost like you have this new fragrance on your arm, and from time to time, like it's, you know, hello, I'm here, can you smell me? And then it just hides again. Not entirely, you can still sort, like it hides like a toddler, you know, like behind behind a wall, but not really. You can still see his elbow and a part of his head. This is how this fragrance is behaving on your skin. Like it's almost like it has a duality about it. There is this new fragrance, but there's also this let's say ghost of Angel's Share. Like Angel's Share simply didn't want to leave. They told Angel's Share, you're getting old. I mean, you're amazing, but you're getting old. But Angel's Share said, yeah, you know what? No. Another difference between these two fragrances is that Angel's Share Paradis is stronger and it projects better than this old man. This old man, I love him. I absolutely love him. And I have to be honest with you, this didn't beat this for me. Paradis didn't beat Angel's Share for me. Another thing that I noticed is the fact that Angel's Share Paradis is more unisex than Angel's Share. Now, looking at the notes, you might think, oh, they added rose and they added raspberry. And these two notes are not necessarily masculine, are they? Especially the rose. At least in the Western culture, rose is not perceived as something masculine. So you might look at it and think, oh, it probably became more feminine. No. I think Angel's Share Paradis, because it loses some of the sweetness and it adds this sourness, this also the bitterness from the almond, I think it becomes slightly more unisex. Again, they're both unisex, of course, but this being so sweet, although it is boozy, so booziness is perceived as masculine, right? Overall, Angel's Share Paradis is more wearable, more elegant, and more unisex, like I was saying. Right after you spray these two fragrances, you might be tempted to think, hey, these are similar. There are many similarities, maybe too many, that it's redundant to have both. I'm telling you, be patient. That's only the case for the first seconds, for the first, let's say, 1-2 minutes. They immediately start going in different directions. The directions are not, of course, opposite. There will still be similarities throughout the dry down, but let's say in the middle and late dry down, you will notice the differences the most. And because I briefly discussed the fact that I would change the cap about the OG, guess what? Mission accomplished, because they did change the cap, and it's a wooden cap. It's a real, I think it's real. It's real wood. Yeah, it's real wood. This adds such an elegant note to this. It just makes you want to touch it. It makes you want to feel it. It's so beautiful, and I feel like it matches the color of the juice, all the other elements, everything. Let's have some conclusions. I think it's time for that. If you're thinking about blind buying any of these fragrances, I would suggest that you test first. I'm not saying they are necessarily difficult fragrances, that they're hard to love. I don't think they're hard to love, but they're very expensive. So this is my advice to you. Try to test them. Unless you're a millionaire, and then, you know what? Don't even listen to me. Both of them, in theory, evening perfumes, special occasion perfumes. Are we going to wait for a special occasion to wear these fragrances? Absolutely not. We're going to wear them to the supermarket and to the gym if we feel like it. Both of them wintertime, yes and no. I would say that the Angel's Share, the OG, is more of a wintertime fragrance because of the sweetness and that heaviness that it has, which, again, I love, 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 love. While this, because it adds that sourness, the bitterness, but it loses the spiciness, some of the spiciness and some of the booziness. This is a pretty much all year round type of fragrance. So I would say that the Paradis, because of all these changes, you can pretty much wear this anytime you want. Do you need both? Of course, you don't need both. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not redundant to own both, because they are different enough. I haven't tried layering them just yet, at least for the fun of it, but I'm pretty sure they would work amazing, and maybe they would sort of tame each other. And now the final conclusion is, which one do I like more? And I have to be honest with you, I still like the OG more. This is amazing. If this didn't exist and I would have smelled Paradis out of the blue, I would think, oh my God, this is gorgeous. This is amazing. This is a great fragrance. Yes, this would be, and especially with this bottle, I would think, this is such an amazing bottle. This is so pretty. I mean, maybe pretty is not the word, but it's beautiful. It looks good. But we still have this, and I cannot forget about my love for this fragrance, no matter what. Like, I thought that this might beat it for a half of a second. That's all. But no, 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 no. My love for this is eternal, and it shall stay that way. So if you've smelled it, let me know. How do you feel about it? Do you think it beats the OG? Do you think it's better? And if so, please bring arguments, because I'm not going to believe you otherwise. Thank you so much for watching my video. I've been so keen on filming this video, and I've been postponing it because I was a little bit jet lagged. I was a little bit sick. Ever since I got back, everyone was sick after Exans. I don't know. There was multiple bugs going around and everyone got sick after. And finally I did it. And I'm so happy I did it. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope it's useful for you. I mean, that's also important. And until next week, because I am trying to film and post one video per week. This is the goal. Until next week, take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.